Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Ralston, and I'm honored to serve as president of the Tulane Alumni Association. I am so pleased to welcome you all here this evening. Though we can't yet be together in person, we are thrilled to be able to present this event from the National World War II Museum right here in New Orleans. As you know, the World War II Museum has been a gracious host and a wonderful space for the Tulane Alumni Association Alumni Awards Gala for many years, and we are very grateful to be able to offer a sense of continuity and normalcy by continuing in this location in 2021. From Tulane President Mike Fitz to other members of Tulane leadership, to our distinguished honorees and to their guests, each of you plays an important role in moving the university forward, and I'm so very glad that you are able to join us here tonight. President Fitz, I'd like to thank you for joining us here this evening for this important event. Your tireless efforts in moving the university forward are inspiring to all of us and reward our fierce love and affection for this outstanding institution. This awards gala is a very special event, one that celebrates so much of what I love about Tulane. And I know that the immediate past president of the Tulane Alumni Association, Miss Erica Washington, feels exactly the same way I do. Last year, she missed the opportunity to host in her capacity as Alumni Association president due to the pandemic. So tonight, I am so pleased that she is with us to help present our 2021 Alumni Association Awards. Welcome, Erica.
Thank you, Chris. As you all know so well, Tulane University has an extraordinary reputation for producing the best and the brightest. Tulaneans are often leaders in their fields and leaders in the community, and the people we will recognize tonight all strengthen Tulane's legacy in their own unique ways. I am thrilled that we have the opportunity to acknowledge them for their dedication, their success, and their philanthropy. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the hard work and dedication of all the members of the Tulane Alumni Association Board of Directors, our Alumni Club presidents, and past presidents of the TAA Board. Your commitment to Tulane plays a huge role in the success of the Alumni Association and in helping our alumni base stay connected to the university. Thank you for all that you do. Our first award this evening is the School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine Outstanding Alumni Award. It is being presented by Thomas Leviste, Dean of the Tulane University School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine.
Thank you, Erica. It is my honor to be here tonight to present the 2021 School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine Outstanding Alumni Award to Maurice Lagond. Mr. Lagond earned his bachelor's degree in economics from Tulane, and then, to our eternal credit, continued on to receive his master's degree in public health from the School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine. He has since gone on to become a leading healthcare executive, overseeing more than 53 hospitals over his distinguished career. Since 2011, he served as president and CEO of HCA Mid-America Division, one of the nation's leading providers of healthcare services. His leadership in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina helped patients, caregivers, physicians, administrators, and the Tulane University Hospital and Clinic recover from the heartbreaking flooding and devastation. Following Hurricane Katrina, he was appointed by the mayor as co-chair of the Bring New Orleans Back Commission. His leadership and perseverance and the countless lives that were directly saved through his efforts led the Atlanta Journal-Constitution to highlight this remarkable individual in an 8-part series. As committed to his community as he is to his profession, he was a founder of the premier membership organization for Catholic business leaders in New Orleans, Legatus International, and has served as past chairman of the board of directors of the New Orleans Police Foundation and the board of Tulane Medical Center, as well as many other impactful boards and councils. He was also recently named as a Power 100 leader by the Kansas City Business Journal and was named to the Ingram's 250 list. It is my pleasure to present the School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine Outstanding Alumni Award to Maurice Lagond III.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be with all of you this evening. I wish I could be with all of you in person, but It is such an honor for me to be recognized this evening with so many others that are hugely deserving of their recognition. And so congratulations to all the other honorees this evening. Tulane University has always been, for me, and really with my family, has been more than just a place to receive an education. 4 generations of my family have attended Tulane, and so it's been an honor for me to receive my undergraduate and graduate training at the university, and then to be able to take that education, that training, the contacts, the friendships that I came to appreciate through the continued work with Tulane, to be able to apply it in my career. My career really would not be possible without the foundation that Tulane provided me. I want to thank everyone for their continued support of Tulane. I am honored to be here tonight, and I wish everyone a pleasant evening.
For our next presentation, we have the Tulane Medical Alumni Association Outstanding Alumni Award. Here to present this award is Dr. Lee Ham, Senior Vice President and Dean of Tulane University School of Medicine, and the James R. Doty Distinguished Professor and Chair. Welcome, Dean Ham.
Each year, the Tulane Medical Alumni Association selects an individual to honor for their contributions to the profession and to society. The recipient of the 2021 Tulane Medical Alumni Association Outstanding Alumni Award is Dr. Oliver Sarger. Dr. Sarger is the C.E. and Bernadine Laborde Professor of Cancer Research at Tulane University School of Medicine and the Medical Director of the Tulane Cancer Center. He also is the Associate Dean for Oncology at the School of Medicine, holding appointments in both the medicine and urology departments. His medical practice and research have focused on prostate cancer since 1990, and he is regarded internationally as a leading authority on the subject. He's published over 300 articles and book chapters, with his publications ranging from genetic studies on prostate cancer to clinical trials involving novel agents. He's led multiple national and international clinical trials as principal investigator or co-principal investigator, and has been a lead author on 2 studies pivotal for FDA drug approval in prostate cancer. Dr. Sarger is the medical oncology co-chair of the Radiation Therapy Oncology Group, GU Committee, and is also currently a member of the NCI Board of Scientific Counselors in the area of clinical sciences and epidemiology. Dr. Sarger, I am so personally pleased to present you with the Tulane Medical Alumni Association Outstanding Alumni Award. Congratulations.
I'm delighted and honored to receive this award tonight. Truly grateful for this opportunity. I wanted to briefly talk about my experiences at Tulane Medical School since I was a freshman in 1977. When I came ready to learn. I learned from my fellow students, my professors, from my patients. It was a wonderful experience. Dr. Andrew Shelley won the Nobel Prize in 1977 and inspired me. I went on to meet my mentor, Dr. Cy Bowers, an amazing man, a visionary, a researcher, a gentleman, and a scholar. I'm always grateful for the mentorship that he provided. I returned to Tulane Medical School in 2008 as a faculty member and wanted to establish a world-class prostate cancer program. We created interdisciplinary care and clinical trials, and hopefully have provided the very best of care to our patients. During that time, under the leadership of Dr. Lee Ham as Dean of the Medical School, I've been grateful for the freedom that he has provided and the support. He really is a wonderful leader and a wonderful example for those who aspire to be a physician. I want to think about Tulane Medical School in the future. I want to think about the future students and researchers and faculty members and patients that will walk through these doors. There'll come a time for you to consider a donation to Tulane Medical School. And when that opportunity arrives, I hope you give generously. It'll help us in the future provide for all that we aspire to be. Thank you again for the honor to be here tonight.
Our next set of awards are actually dedicated to students, the prestigious Tulane 34 Awards. Here to recognize these individuals is Carolyn Pierre, Assistant Vice President for Intercultural Life in the Division of Student Affairs. Carolyn, who was recognized by Tulane in 2018 as an honorary alumna for her years of dedication to the institution, works with leaders around the university each year to select this outstanding cohort of future alumni.
Named for the year 1834, when the university was founded, these awards recognize outstanding students who have exemplified what it truly means to be a Tulanean from the moment they set foot on campus. Every year, the Tulane 34 Awards is presented to 34 graduates who have distinguished themselves throughout their collegiate life at Tulane. Students can come from any school at Tulane and are recognized for their exemplary leadership, service, and academic excellence. Tonight, we acknowledge our honorees from the class of 2020 and the class of 2021. Please join me in congratulating these truly remarkable students and recent graduates as they begin their journey as Tulane alumni.
As you know, Tulane has a way of shaping its alumni. We forge lifelong friendships, we gain inspiring knowledge, and we're in many ways molded into our better selves through our Tulane experience. In turn, Tulane is shaped by its alumni, by those individuals who recognize the importance of Tulane in their lives and who tirelessly choose to work to move the university forward, giving back to tomorrow's Tulaneans. The Tulane Alumni Association Awards offer a small way to honor that extraordinary service from devoted alumni. Here to present this year's Tulane Alumni Awards is my friend and colleague, Erica Washington. Erica is not only the immediate past president of the Tulane Alumni Association, she is a fierce advocate of all things alumni and all things Tulane, and I can think of no one better suited to present these awards. Take it away, Erica.
Good evening again, everyone. It is now my pleasure to present the Robert V. Tesoro Young Alumni Volunteer Award. This award honors the memory of Rob Tesoro, a 1998 Tulane graduate who was an Alumni Association board member, a club president, and longtime friend of the university. This year's recipient is Stephanie Quintero, a member of the class of 2012, who simultaneously earned her bachelor's and master's degrees from the Freeman School. She also earned a law degree from Brooklyn Law School, graduating in 2018. While working full-time as a CPA and attending law school at night, Stephanie still found time to serve as a Tulane Alumni Association leader, no matter where her studies and career took her. In New York, she served as the Young Alumni Chairperson, Secretary, and ultimately Vice President of the Tulane Club of New York. She was an instrumental leader with the Tulane Club of New England during her years in Boston, and she is now proud to call the Tulane Club of Colorado home. Additionally, she has supported our Alumni Career Services program, as a Tulane Connect ambassador and served on her 5th reunion committee, among many other activities. Please join me in congratulating the 2021 Robert V. Tesoro Young Alumni Volunteer Honoree, Stephanie Quintero.
Thank you, Erica, for that very detailed introduction. It sounds like a long list, but it's honestly just things that I love to do. I loved my time on Tulane's campus so much, just like I think everybody does, and knew that I wanted to bring a part of that with me wherever I settled. And the best way to do that was going to be getting involved with the Alumni Association. And so I'm very grateful to Elliot and Nicole Weiner and Zach Shirkman for putting their trust in me. I don't think they or I realized the domino effect that was going to be set off when I, quite frankly, barreled my way into my first meeting. I'd also very much like to thank my fiance Eric, who has never batted an eyelash as I've scheduled our life around Tulane events, and I also very much appreciate every single time he carries the giant box of Tulane swag that Gabby and Jared and Amanda send our way for events. I'd also very much like to thank them. I plan on bugging them for a very long time planning Tulane events, but I don't think they get enough credit for the hard work that they put in to help all of the alumni clubs achieve all of the success that they do, and their teams do as well. I'm very much looking forward to working with them and putting a mountain spin on Tulane events. It's not something I've ever done before. Tried, pandemic got in the way of that, unfortunately. Events like these are great. Technology is wonderful, but I think we're all missing the opportunity and the ability to nurture those in-person connections that we get at the in-person alumni event. So looking forward to a very busy future of planning those. And again, thank you so much for this award. I'm very appreciative, and it really means a lot. So thank you.
Our next award reflects the immense contributions Tulaneans make to the global community. The winner of the 2021 International Award for Exceptional Achievement is Motez Bashara. Motez holds a BA in Mathematics and Computer Science from Boston University. In 1995, he earned his MBA from the A.B. Freeman School of Business before embarking on a career in finance, where he managed billions in equity assets for the Kuwait government's sovereign wealth fund in London. But he still sought new fields to conquer, earning his MA in International Journalism from City University in London in 2003, and began freelancing as a writer and reporter while maintaining his impressive career in finance. He released his first book, Beating the NBA, Tales from a Frugal Fan, in 2013, and is currently working on his second book, Athletes Who Rock. He has received numerous accolades for his writing, and he has begun sharing his talents in the classroom, serving as a visiting professor of news writing at the Gulf University for Science and Technology. It is my great pleasure to present the 2021 International Award for Exceptional Achievement to Motez Bashara.
Fellow alumni, professors, and distinguished guests, thank you for virtually attending this very special event tonight. I would like to thank the Alumni Committee for honoring me with this very cool award, for which I am truly touched by. For more than half my life, Tulane has meant a great deal to me. The culture of warmth and generosity I found in my 2 years in New Orleans has remained with me since graduating in 1995. I would like to accept this award on behalf of my exceptional classmates from the Freeman School, so many of whom I'm still closely in touch with, which I think speaks volumes of how special the Tulane community is. I would also like to shine a spotlight on my fellow Alumni Committee members in London, Carrie Ann Gady, Kristen Fergus, and Sarah Gonzalez, who have done a remarkable job with reviving the Tulane spirit in Europe. I was made aware of New Orleans at a very early age. when my father, who was the Kuwaiti ambassador to the United Nations in the 1970s, came back to New York with a jazz LP and the key to the city after giving a speech at UNO. Later, when my family moved to Kuwait, I made a friend in 8th grade named Don Churchman, who, as it turned out, was from New Orleans. I became very close to Don, his sister Kim, and their parents, not just because they threw the best parties in high school, but because they exuded the warmth of New Orleans that I referred to earlier. Years later, when I was searching for an MBA program, Don convinced me to apply to Tulane, and then became my roommate in a shotgun apartment on Milan Street during my memorable first year in the city. Tragically, Don, along with his parents and grandmother, were lost in a gas explosion during a lightning storm in 2007 in northern Louisiana. But I remember the Churchman family fondly today. His sister Kim is virtually attending as one of my guests tonight. So thank you, Kim, for embracing me into your family and introducing me to your wonderful city. Lastly, I want to thank all my phenomenal professors at Tulane, especially Dr. Rafiq Ahmed, who led me and 4 classmates on the inaugural Freeman School Summer Abroad program in Beijing and Hong Kong, which provided insight into the Far East just as it was on the cusp of its boom. I'm pleased to say that I'm still in contact with Dr. Ahmed, who lives in Houston and I believe is watching tonight. Thank you all once again, and please do enjoy the rest of your evening.
My final presentation tonight is for an award created in 2014 to honor Tulane's 14th president in recognition of his lifetime commitment to public service. This year's Scott Cowan Alumni Service Award recipient is Dr. Lessa Phillips. The award is bestowed upon a member of the Alumni Association who exemplifies a true spirit of community service and volunteerism. Through their dedication and efforts, they help to strengthen Tulane's role in the community and to enhance the experience of our students and our alumni. Dr. Phillips embodies these qualities in every way imaginable. She earned her Bachelor of Science degree in biology from Newcomb College in 1969 and her Doctor of Medicine in 1973. Dr. Phillips subsequently went on to become the first woman chosen to chair a department at the University of Mississippi Medical Center, going on to lead the Department of Family Medicine for the next 20 years. On top of leading the department and maintaining a robust clinical practice, she created the first patient-centered medical practice in Mississippi. In 1990, Dr. Phillips won an elite 3-year National Leadership Fellowship from the W.K. Kellogg Foundation, concentrating on the use of ethnomusicology and the anthropology of racial and ethnic inequities experienced by indigenous peoples in New Zealand, South Africa, Northern Ireland, Chiapas, and the American South. In 2005, Dr. Phillips designed and supervised multiple cervical cancer screening programs in Ibadan, Nigeria, and was instrumental in starting Ibadan University's first cytotechnology training program. The program continues and has graduated more than 100 students in Nigeria. Dr. Phillips has long been a deeply engaged Tulanean, sharing her many talents with important boards and councils throughout the university. She has previously served on the Tulane Alumni Association Board of Directors and the Tulane Medical Alumni Association Board of Directors, as well as chairing both her 45th and 50th reunions. Today, she continues to provide a guiding light on the Newcomb Institute Directors and Advisory Council. In 1992, she was named Newcomb Alumna of the Year, and each year she continues to sponsor the Newcomb Institute's Joe R. Brown Memorial Scholar. It is my distinct honor to award the 2021 Scott Cowan Service Award to Dr. Lessa Phillips. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Erica, for that very kind introduction. And thank you to President Fitz and to the Tulane Alumni Association for your very hard work in putting this event together tonight and hosting it, and for your selection of me as the recipient of this prestigious award. I'd also like to thank my good friend and colleague, Sally Kinney, whom I suspect had something to do with the nominations. And most of all, President Emeritus Scott Cowan. President Cowan, you raised us all up when you humanized our university's motto, not for oneself, but for one's own. To say that my time at Newcomb and Tulane were transformational is true. My class of 1969 at Newcomb blew in September of 1965 with Hurricane Betsy. The first week of class, well, there was no class because we had no electricity. And a group of us Newcombites was asked to volunteer down at the Ozanam Inn on Camp Street. We had no idea what that was, but we were willing to go. That was a memorable experience. Followed about an hour later by another memorable experience, and that was my first hurricane at Pat O'Brien's. My time in New Orleans during college and medical school was marked by the Civil Rights Movement and the Vietnam War, two nation-changing events. And I want to express my gratitude to the Tulane faculty and the Newcomb faculty during those times for being so open to our questions and so good at guiding us to our values. In medical school, I remembered Dr. Martin Luther King's quote, "Of all of the inequalities, injustice in healthcare is the most shocking and the most inhumane." I knew then what I wanted my career to be about in medicine. I want to thank my friends and family who have stood by me all these years. You have been terrific, and I appreciate you more than you know. And especially to my patients who allowed me to be their personal physician. You have given me more than you have received, and I thank you for that. To be awarded this prestigious honor for something that I love to do every day is the greatest privilege of my life. Thank you so much.
For our remaining awards, it is my honor to introduce Tulane's 15th president, Mike Fitz. Welcome, President Fitz.
Thank you, Chris. And Erica, thank you for joining us. It's such a pleasure to have both of our current and past Alumni Association presidents with us tonight. But rewind the clocks 1 year. All of our lives were turned upside down. Uncertainty crept into every facet of our existence. How we do our jobs, how we connect with friends and colleagues, and of course, the health and safety of our loved ones. But one thing I was certain of was that the Tulane community, particularly our extraordinary alumni family, would emerge stronger and more united through this unprecedented year. So let me begin by thanking each and every one of you. The strength of Tulane is in its people, our students, faculty, staff, and alumni who remain connected and engaged over the last year. And each and every one of you are award winners in my eyes. But tonight, I have the great honor of introducing this year's Bobby Boudreau Spirit Award recipients. Unfortunately, Bobby left us before I had an opportunity to meet such a giant in the Tulane University family. But the stories I've heard describe a man with unyielding spirit and love for Tulane. Perhaps my favorite of those stories comes from an alumni award ceremony when Bobby Boudreau won the Volunteer Alumnus Award. Instead of a lengthy speech, he rose to the podium and led the packed audience through an emotional hullabaloo cheer. That was Bobby. He had the innate ability to inspire through spirit, passion, and love. And 11 years after he left us, I have the pleasure of introducing this year's Bobby Boudreau Spirit Award winners, Jenny and Bob Cutler. It's a fitting award for the Cutlers. They truly are the quintessential Tulane family. They met while serving on the staff of the Hullabaloo newspaper and Jambalaya yearbook, two student-run organizations narrating the future of Tulane as it unfolds. Since then, the Cutlers have played a critically important role in building the future of Tulane. Jenny and Bob have lent their passion and expertise to nearly every major board and council across the university, serving on the Alumni Association Board of Directors, the President's Council, and as chairs of their reunion. Today, they both serve on the National Campaign Council for the greater DC area. Jenny is a member of the Board of Tulane and the Newcomb Foundation Advisory Board of Trustees, and Bob resides on the President's Council and the Business School Council. Through their service, Jenny and Bob have honored all that came to know and love during their years studying at Tulane, and have worked tirelessly to help build the school they love into a stronger, more impactful institution. Jenny, Bob, I won't ask you to lead us in a hullabaloo cheer, but congratulations on this well-deserved recognition, and thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Bob and I are honored to be this year's Bobby Boudreau Award recipients. Tulane became a big part of our lives from the minute we stepped on campus. Bob and I met at Tulane and have become best friends. We've been fans of Tulane ever since.
After graduation, we got involved with the Tulane Alumni Association and learned the importance of strong alumni support. Alumni are Tulane's greatest ambassadors, and we're proud to be one of them. It's fun to watch Tulane student athletes, whether it's on campus or traveling, and we've had a great time helping students get both internships and jobs. The Alumni Network provides a great personal and professional connection, and one of our favorite things is visiting alumni both across the country and across the world.
You know you're representing Tulane well when a high school student reaches out to ask about Tulane. Even more excited when they call and tell you that they've applied, submitted their application, and over the moon when they say they've been accepted.
We've always been involved with Tulane. We served on, I can't tell you how many boards, interacted with students, attend events, and most importantly, lent our financial support to a variety of causes.
We'd like to shout out to Mike Fitz. It's easy to support Tulane under his leadership and the leadership of his team as Tulane keeps reaching new heights. We're proud to support Tulane with our time, leadership, and our giving. All of the support you give adds up to make Tulane a better place. Please join us with a strong and proud Tulane Roll Wave. Roll Wave!
Thank you, Jenny and Bob. Tonight is a celebration of the Tulane spirit. Before we continue with the next awards, let me take a moment to acknowledge all of the dedicated Tulaneans who've contributed to the story of this institution. Our story would be incomplete without recognizing contributions from the many important alumni who've made substantial and lasting impacts on our university. In April of 2019, I established the Tulane Trailblazer Initiative to recognize and celebrate Tulaneans from diverse backgrounds, those who led the way to the university becoming a more equitable, diverse, and inclusive community. Our Trailblazers span decades, schools, programs, and centers, and we're just getting started. I think you will all enjoy this video, and I think we can all learn something new about the remarkable Trailblazers who played such a critical role in shaping Tulane University. Let me just say, that is an impressive group of Tulaneans. I know we covered quite a bit in 2 minutes, but I hope you noticed the namesake of our next award, Lessa Perez-Jackson. Many superlatives are thrown around when discussing Lessa. She's undeniably a thought leader, innovator, and change maker. But personally, I'm lucky to call her a friend as well. To honor her extraordinary impact, we formally renamed the Professional Achievement Award to the Lessa Jackson Professional Achievement Award. And who represents the pinnacle of professional success more than Lessa? She graduated summa cum laude from Tulane School of Engineering and rose through the ranks of the public sector, ultimately serving on President Obama's cabinet as administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency. Lessa then turned her talents to the private sector, currently serving as Vice President of Environment Policy and Social Initiatives for a fairly influential company based in Cupertino, California, Apple. And tonight we honor the inaugural recipient of the Lessa Jackson Professional Achievement Award, Dr. Karen Desalvo. Dr. Desalvo is a Tulanean through and through, receiving her MD and MPH from Tulane University and completing 2 residencies at our School of Medicine. From 2011 until 2014, she served as health commissioner for the city of New Orleans, shaping our city's health policies in the wake of Hurricane Katrina. She then took her experience to the national stage, spearheading the implementation of the Affordable Care Act as the acting Assistant Secretary for Health and National Coordinator for the Health Technology at the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. And like Lessa, Karen is in the vanguard of change and innovation, currently serving as the first ever Chief Health Officer at Google. Think about it. She's been at the cutting edge of innovative health science on a local level, the federal level, and now the private sector. Congratulations, Dr. Desalvo. I can't imagine a more fitting recipient of the Lessa Jackson Professional Achievement Award. Thank you.
Let me begin by giving my heartfelt thanks to Lessa Jackson's parents for having her and raising an incredible woman, a woman who has made an extraordinary impact on the world, so extraordinary that Tulane has named this award after her, one that I'm now honored to receive. It means so much to me to have this affiliation with a woman I admire. This affiliation builds on our overlap via Tulane, the Obama administration, and now our roles in tech. In fact, her team at Apple and mine at Google have jointly developed a digital contact tracing tool to help end the pandemic. Next, I want to thank Tulane. I'm a better person for my affiliation with the university. Getting into Tulane Medical School wasn't a sure thing. I was waitlisted. But I vividly remember that day on June 17, 1988, when I got the call that I was moving from waitlist to full acceptance. I was thrilled. I knew that I belonged at Tulane, that it was the right place for me to learn to be the best doctor I could be. And I was not let down. In fact, Tulane taught me so much more than I could have ever imagined that I needed to know. So while I'm thankful for my wonderful education in medicine and in public health, I'm also thankful for the opportunity Tulane gave me, just as it does to students, faculty, and staff, to give back to community. For me, this was most intense following Hurricane Katrina as we worked to build back better, including in health. I'm grateful for the part I was able to play in building a more healthy city. This post-Katrina recovery work changed the way I saw the world and understood the community. The experience taught me to apply my efforts towards creating health for all, everywhere. I've carried that with me throughout my medical and professional career. Indeed, it's part of a Tulane ethos. As community goes, we go. But it isn't just the education and the community work that I'm grateful for. It's also the many people, remarkable mentors, peers, and patients that I met who taught me so much about myself and about life, particularly about the power of inclusivity and the need to address inequities, ones that you won't always see if you don't look, and ones that you won't always hear if you don't listen. Finally, I want to thank my family and friends. They are my rock, and I'm grateful for their love and support. In particular, none of what you see in my bio would be possible without my husband, Jay. He has boundless, wise counsel, unmitigated love and support for me, and I'm immeasurably grateful to him for being by my side all along this journey. And I should say, I wouldn't have met him had I not been a Tulane resident while he was an LSU resident, and we were both caring for patients at Charity Hospital. So to President Fitz, the Tulane Board, the Alumni Association, Lessa Jackson, and all the Tulane community, past, present, and future, thank you. Thank you, Tulane, for giving a long shot like me a chance, a great education, and an opportunity to give back to New Orleans and to the world.
Thank you, Dr. Desalvo. What a fitting inaugural honoree for the Lessa Jackson Professional Achievement Award. And now it's my pleasure to present the final award of the evening. In a word, Tulane's Distinguished Alumni Award recognizes the exceptional. It honors those who brought recognition upon themselves and Tulane University through extraordinary accomplishments in their professional and civic lives. Tonight's honoree certainly lives up to the incredible legacy of this award. General David Berger's legacy, both at Tulane and across the country, is one of tremendous service. He received his bachelor's degree from Tulane School of Engineering and immediately began his career in the armed services. As a general officer, he commanded the 1st Marine Division in Afghanistan during Operation Enduring Freedom, among many key assignments, before assuming the duties of Commandant of the Marine Corps on July 11, 2019. General Berger is quite simply an American hero, and he's a Tulane hero to so many in our community. Not only does he keep our nation and our troops safe, but he's also ushered in a new era in the Marine Corps, one of tremendous respect, admiration, and equity. General Berger, thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for your lifetime of service, and thank you for all you have done for both Tulane and our country. It is my great honor to present you with the Distinguished Alumni Award.
Thank you, President Fitz, and all the deans, faculty members, administrators, and donors for Tulane University. I am very honored and humbled to be accepting this Distinguished Alumni Award. For me, it's been nearly 4 decades since I graduated from Tulane, and I'm as proud of this university today as I was the day I walked across the stage to get my diploma. It's not only an impressive academic institution, it's a leading force in innovation and advancement. As Commandant of the Marine Corps, I put innovation and progress high on my list of values. And I'm proud of all the great advancements that continue flowing from the Green Wave, from heading up collaborative efforts on COVID-19 vaccines and drug research, to leading the charge in addressing mental health in the military. I want to extend a special thank you to Tulane for your support of our nation's military and our veterans. The NROTC program is, of course, near and dear to my heart, and I know firsthand how well that program prepares young men and women for roles as Navy and Marine Corps officers. But I also want to recognize your exceptional support of veterans, military families, and especially our wounded heroes. As a Silver Award military-friendly institution, Tulane demonstrates an impressive commitment to honoring those who serve and sacrifice for our country. Marines are truly grateful for the support you offer veterans through the School of Professional Advancement, from tuition discounts and the Yellow Ribbon Program to providing liaisons to help veterans navigate the transition to life as a student. Thank you for everything you do to show our men and women who wear the cloth of this nation how valuable their service is. I know my time at Tulane and the professors I had the privilege of studying under played an integral role in preparing me for a successful military career and for the great responsibility of leading our nation's Marines. The alumni and faculty roles of Tulane University contain so many remarkable individuals who've made lasting contributions. I am truly humbled to be selected for recognition by an institution I so greatly respect. Thank you.
Thank you all again for making tonight so special. And thank you, too, for everything you do for Tulane. As you could probably guess, I'm very proud to call myself a Tulanean. Too many of my colleagues could tell you how often I bring up Tulane in conversation, letting everyone in on the newest research in medicine and science, on how Tulane set the standard for bringing students safely back to campus during the pandemic, and how the already beautiful uptown campus gets more impressive with each innovative new building. And I certainly do sing Tulane's praises every chance I get. After all, we have a lot to be proud of. But I believe that the element that truly sets Tulane apart is its alumni community.
That's right, Chris. And it's why the Alumni Awards Gala isn't just a special night, it's an important one. Nowhere else will you find a group as passionate, as devoted, and as forward-thinking as you will here at Tulane. And know that we rely on you, the broader Tulane community, to help us identify and honor the amazing work being done by Tulaneans around the world. Nominations for 2022 are open now, so please go to alumni.tulane.edu to learn more about how you can play a part in the future of this tradition by nominating an outstanding Tulanean in your community. Each of the individuals we honored here tonight has elevated the bar in a meaningful way, raising the standards of achievement and raising the possibilities of what it can mean to be a Tulanean. Congratulations again to our award winners. Thank you for joining us, and good night.